Now, with that being said, though, men want to be respected, ladies, and I don't think women get that either. Women think they can disrespect and still be provided and protected for. And in my view, this is Uncle Boyce talking, not Dr. Boyce. Dr. Boyce will be in the room in a minute. I'm gonna bring him in so he can give you some specific information to prepare for this. But generally speaking, I don't know a lot of men who could provide and protect, who feel comfortable providing and protecting from you for protecting you if you're always competing with him, trying to oppress him, trying to disrespect him, talking over him, and all these other things. You don't want to if you want to be provided and for and protected, I think you should present yourself as someone who has given some sort of respect to his need to be respected. How about that? I'll just say that, and I'm going to stop talking because I know that that leads to a whole nother long debate. So you can go to the internet, which is a place that's full of all kinds of bad relationship advice from people who've never been married, telling you exactly how to stay married. All right, now let's bring Dr. Boyce in the room, and I want you guys to know also. Here's a free resource you guys can have. I have a book called Financial Lovemaking. And I wrote it at Syracuse University years ago, and you can have a free copy. Just go to boyceandalicia.com. Boyceandalicia.com. My wife is a PhD level licensed therapist and a full professor. She is an expert on relations. All she does is counsel people on relationships all day. You can get free information from her if you care about your relationships. Also from me, you can have a free e-copy of my book. So just go to boyceandalicia.com. The e-copy of the book is free. You can read that, read it with your partner, think about some of these things, and just make your thing work. If you're gonna do it right. If you're not gonna do it right, then don't do it because you're gonna lose money in bad relationships. Bad relationships, broken relationships, cleaning up the mess is always expensive. So just keep that in mind. All right, now do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, share, subscribe. Also, I want to remind you that this podcast is on Spotify as well. So if you go to Spotify, you can find me. Just look up my name, Boyce Watkins. All right. So let me give you some things you can do. Here's the thing. So since we've all agreed, give me a guess if you agree with me that providing that if a person who loves you is going to make sure you're okay, a person who loves you is willing to sign some sort of contract to make sure that you're provided for. I think we agreed on that. All right. So here are some things you can do to give you some of the benefits of marriage without actually having to go through the ceremony. If being married is not something that you want to do, you can still make sure you sign paperwork to give each other certain legal rights. And I'm gonna give you, it's kind of a five-step process on this, and so you can write this down. Number one, if you share a house, put both of your names on the deed so that both of you have legal ownership of the house. I knew a guy who was a 50-something-year-old guy. He was, OG style. He had a young girlfriend, 32 years old, so he had a little bit of money. Typically, when men get 50 and they have money, there are 30-year-old women, 35-year-old women who will want to date them. I think it's really hilarious that we try to look at those relationships the same way we'd look at it if the genders were reversed. I think that's crazy. No, all throughout history, you can go back 100,000 years, rich men in their 40s and 50s attracted young women who were looking for financial security. I think it's strange that people will say, oh, that's creepy, that's weird. No, it's not always creepy and weird. Now, Shannon Sharp, that was just sloppy, right? She was like damn near out of preschool. But really, if it's not uncommon to see that 50-something-year-old man dating that 30-something-year-old woman who says, I want a man with a certain level of maturity and financial security and all that stuff.